welcome everyone. I'm your host Dhruval Patel, and today we have a special guest, Mr. Manav Monty Phull. He's a candidate of NCP party and has lived here since last 25 years, has built himself, and also he has built multiple successful business in Vanta and was in politics since 2020 and also won election in 21, and since he is in ruling party NCP. And today we are going to discuss different topic about election and his journey and why he believes in Kokoomus, and also how he's making his future in Vanta, and he can inspire us how we all can make the bright future in Vanta. So let's discuss. Thank you so much joining, and tell us about your journey and what brought you to Finland 25 years ago, and how did you build all the successful business in here?
Yeah, hi Dhruval. First of all, thank you very much for having me here with you today. I'm really thankful, and I think it's really a good platform to deliver our message to your viewers who will be watching us here today. Yes, like you said, 25 years. It's been a long journey here in Finland. I moved back here back in 2000, and as a student actually I came. At that time it was a rare thing to move to Finland as a student, but I came here as a student, and I studied here for 3.5 years almost. Well, still I couldn't complete my degree because I had to work at the same time. So, well, it was touch and go kind of thing at that time. So, and at the same time, actually, when I was studying, I already went into business. I established my first company in Finland in 2004. So yeah, that's how I got into business.
All right. And what inspired you to enter in politics afterwards?
Well, politics has been one of my very keen interests from my very early times. You could say when I was 16 or 17, politics has been one of those things which has always concerned me, and I've been reading about world politics, international politics, and local politics. And of course, when I moved to Finland, from the very first day actually. Because my father always taught me to read newspapers from my very childhood, so I was reading always local newspapers also, and getting interested all the time what's happening here in Finland. Yeah, so I was not actively in politics, but still I was following the politics. And when I was following the politics, it was always somewhere back there in my mind that this thing should be like this and this thing should be like that. But then somebody wise has told that if you want to change something, then you have to change yourself, the change.
Yes.
So I that's why I came into politics, so that if I can bring some change, then I should be part of it. Only then you can bring the change. That's why I joined politics.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned very, very correctly that you should be the change to see the change in the society. I think Vanta election is giving good opportunity, and I'm sure that you have tried to change many things since when you entered in the politics. So how was your experience as a businessman when you were a local civilian and you were not into politics, and what you thought to change when you enter in the politics?
Yeah, like I said, when I was doing my business at that time, I was thinking all the time also about politics. So first, if I break into this question into two parts, that how my experience has been as a businessman, and what I was thinking at that time about politics, or how was my life as a normal civilian or normal businessman. So yes, doing business, it has been one of the great blessings, doing business here in Finland, and I'm really thankful to the country or local government or the laws what they have made, so that anybody who is just starting his career, he can just be a businessman and start his business, and that helped me a lot. I didn't have any money, but I had just courage to start the business, so I started it. And at the same time, when I was doing my business and I was following politics from the outside, I was noticing that there are many things, because people like me who are moving to Finland, they are facing many problems, and there is a gap between that person who has moved to Finland and you could say the authorities or the services which they don't know about, and that gap has to be filled. So that's why I came to politics, so that I could bring at least small change and I could make their lives better.
All right. So let's talk about Kokoomus now. Why did you join specifically Kokoomus? In English, I think is National Coalition Party.
Yeah.
And what was the reason? What policies that align with your mindset with this party?
Yes. So yeah, thank you. Actually, very good question. Thanks for asking me this. I've been, as I told you, that I've been following politics from outside for a longer period, and I've been following the politics of all the different political parties here in Finland. Every party has their own agenda and their own followers. But what I liked most about Kokoomus and in English NCP, National Coalition Party, this is the party who thinks about small businessmen, small businesses. They really care about you, that they know the problems of small businessmen, what they're facing. So this was now I have to say that maybe this was the biggest reason that I joined Kokoomus, because they think about smaller businessmen, but at the same time they think about all those people who could do better in their lives, but for reason or another they couldn't. That is the party who can bring the change. That's why I joined Kokoomus.
All right. So you are saying that because you are entrepreneur, you align with the party's goal and party's ideology. I think that's right. And of course, ruling party has made some changes. Recently, they have liberalized many things for the small business. However, do you think it is going to be increased employment, because we are seeing lots of people are unemployed? And specifically, how is the municipality election afterwards it's going to be helpful if you are going to get elected? What it is going to be contribute in the unemployed people and their future in Vantaa?
Yes, Kokoomus has been out of power for a longer period before this term. We just came as a party into power on a national level, just very small period back. It's been 1 year, more than that, little bit more than that.
Yes.
And there were many things which were done wrong in the last term. Now we are talking about national politics. Even I should talk about Vantaa things.
Yes.
But yes, still, because these are the policies, for example, unemployment and these things which are made at upper level. But of course, at local level also, city can also do its part to bring some changes, and that's what we are trying to do. Always, when you try to bring some good changes, sometimes it takes time, and when you have to take a U-turn to bring those good changes, there comes a time where maybe somebody has to suffer for a little time, but that is for the good times only to come. And I'm very much sure that things will be much better on part of employment in coming times.
So do you think that it was somewhere affecting the global situation as well, and also inflation and many other factors?
Yeah, of course, these parts play a lot. If you talk about Russia-Ukraine war, or you talk about Middle East and many other things going around in the world, these things of course have made an impact on Finland's local employment and local market. But I think people are doing good to make things better, and I'm very much sure that soon you will see good changes.
Of course. So, what are the biggest challenge in Vanta we are facing, like according to your perspective?
Well, again, like if you ask my perspective, I want to bring a good change into people's lives here, irrespective of their background. If it's I'm not talking here about immigrant or a local Finn, every resident of Vanta, they are facing some problems which need to be addressed right now. Unemployment is one of them, which I'm sure will go away very soon. But then again, like if we, when I personally think about our neighboring cities, for example, Helsinki or Espoo, or even some smaller, counties or some smaller cities, they have been doing better than us for the last recent few years, and they are doing better than us because they have been able to make some decisions much better than us, and at a much better pace than us. And I think there is a problem. What I could say that we have been a bit slower in this area. So we should be, for example, like we say in Vanta that there should be coming more small companies, there should be coming more entrepreneurs in Vanta. But what an entrepreneur means that if you are an entrepreneur, it means that you are ready to take risks.
Yes.
Only then you become an entrepreneur. And when a city or any county or any country, when they want that there are more companies, then the people who want new companies to be established in that city or in that country, those people also should be risk-taking people, and they're smart enough to calculate those risks.
Yes.
If they want to bring those companies to their city, So there, I think we could do better, and that's a problem which I see that why we are having, let's say, the number what we want to have of smaller companies or smaller business people in Finland.
Yeah, definitely.
In Vanta.
So I think the good thing about in Finland, since I moved here, they have different city and they have also something called, for example, in Vanta we have Business Vanta, who helps the newest entrepreneur to help them how they can grow, and also sometimes they provide different kind of consultation and grants as well. So I think what you are suggesting is that they should do more often, and they should do more aggressively, I think, proactively, in other words.
Yes, well, Business Vanta is one part that they are doing, of course, their part, and they're doing, I think, great. And yes, that part could also be done a bit more aggressively, and maybe keeping that thing in my mind, what other cities, maybe what our neighbor countries are doing better than us. That why, for example, Helsinki has, well, of course, Helsinki is a capital city. They have much more bigger population than us. But if you just talk about, for example, Espoo, and we compare with Espoo, Espoo has a much higher rate of small business people than us. And all bigger companies, they go to Espoo. What I have seen, why we are lacking there. So there are some things which need to be changed. So I think, yes, definitely, I think that things need to be done. And I want to be the part of that change which can be done to bring those people here.
Yes. So was it like I think city allocated some of the zone for the businesses, I think. Was it that's the reason, or what was the specific reason why they were great at that point, that company moved there? However, one also think that there are lots of employees are also living, and also employers are living in city of Espoo as compared to in Vanta.
Yeah, well, let's say now I will talk this thing because it doesn't concern only Vanta, it concerns every business person, small businesses here in Finland. But of course, because we are talking about at Vanta level, so I'll talk about Vanta. What we can do here better that, for example, a small businessman, he already has in his life a lot of problems. Well, by problems I mean that he has customers to deal with, he has his own invoices to deal with, and he's the only one person. He has to be one man army to do all the work, and his work is not much appreciated at this time, what I think personally.
Yes.
And that thing could be done better. Let's take just one example. For example, if you get one invoice of 100 euros, and if you are late to pay that invoice, maybe you end up paying that 200, and still, even if you pay that invoice, still your name or your company's name will be there somewhere that you haven't paid that invoice on time, and which will affect your credit and all that, which is again giving you trouble, which is again giving you stress. How can make it better? Because bank will not give you any loan, nobody will want to give you any credit line. For example, these warehouses or cash and carry kind of things, nobody is just going to give you any credit. So I think there you could do better, so that at least on that part you can make a smaller businessman, entrepreneur's life easier, so that he doesn't have to think about that part at least.
Yes.
Even if some invoice is late for a few days, he doesn't have to think all the time, this now I don't have money today in my account, but tomorrow I'll have money. But how I'm going to pay this invoice so that my credit doesn't go away, or I don't lose my credit. We have to think about something about that. So, and this is just one example.
Yes.
There are many things with how you can make an entrepreneur's life better.
So I think what you are saying, that they should not keep in consideration all the aspect, while for example, if the missed invoice, they shouldn't be affected your credit score in general. And I think small businesses are of course affected by this kind of small things, but then it can affect at bigger level, because when he want to take some new risk, he don't get the loans, because
what I am trying to say here is that if it doesn't matter, that I understand if there is a bigger invoice, let's say 10,000 euros, 20,000 euros, and somebody is not paying that, and then you put his credit on negative line or something like that, and if it's the same for 100 euros also, so there is no difference if it's 100 euros invoice or it's 10,000 euros invoice. Your credit still will go bad if you don't pay invoice on time. I think that there should be some kind of laws and rules in that, regulations that, okay, if you have paid the invoice in certain time, let's say that your due date is today, but you pay it a week later, then it should be fine, then this entrepreneur, he doesn't have to think all the time that, okay, now it's 1 week late, what I have paid, everything is gone, all the hard work I have done, it's gone, I have to wait now for 3-4 years, that my name will be cleared from there. He just, loses his concentration and his determination of doing the work. So that thing should be changed.
So you are planning to address this thing as well when you are.
I'll try to, yes, I'll try to, and I hope that we can bring that change.
I think this is a really good thing that you mentioned. And if you are selected, if you win this election, of course, I would personally want to see this change that you mentioned, because there are many entrepreneurs who are struggling for this kind of thing. Let's move ahead with the community now. So, as someone who is originally from India, how do you see your role as for immigrant, and how they are going to shape Vanta's future?
Well, yes, good question again. Thank you for asking. As you know that we are the most international city in the country. Vanta has almost every 5th person of a immigrant background living here in the city. So and they are a very important part of our city, and and they are going to be, of course, always very important part of the city, and we have to do a lot for them so that they can also be part of the system, they can also be part of the society. And at the moment there is a huge gap, what I see, for example, in local people. By local people I mean the Finnish people who are born here, or I mean what I mean, and the people who have moved from outside to Finland. So that gap needs to be filled First of all, those people need to feel that they are part of the society, and how they will feel, we have to do a lot of work for that, so that they can also feel. So there I see that myself to be doing those things so that those people can come out, they can start being and feeling from inside that they are also part of the system, going out for school, learning the language, trying to search jobs for themselves. They don't think that, for example, especially the ladies, what I have seen that many of immigrant background ladies, they sit at home, and because there is just not enough good enough market for them, or there is not enough language courses for them, or there is not that kind of particular a road map for them, that how they should be proceeding, how from where they can get education of the language, where they can find jobs which fits their personality or their education background. So yeah, many things which I try to, or I want to change or do for them.
Yes, definitely. That's a very good point. What the immigrants are lacking here is integration. But at the same time, I think NCP is also nowadays also famous as an so-called anti-immigrant notion, that people believe that now with of course with PS, everyone believe that this is anti-immigrant party and they are not doing anything. They are actually a racist party. So how do you see, like, how do you change this mindset or this notion?
Yes, and I think this is the best question today so far you have asked me, Dhruval, and I really want to make it very clear to your viewers that NCP is not an anti-immigrant party. They are not racist party, and I think this is the best party in Finland who actually wants immigrants to the country. Sometimes the message goes, in a wrong way to people, that NCP is that party. But I'm myself an immigrant. I'm a part of NCP, and I think what and the rules and what NCP has and what they think about immigrants, no party thinks in that way for immigrants. We want as many as immigrants would like to come to Finland. They're most welcome. Only what NCP is saying that, or we want, as I think you would also agree with that, as a lawful citizen of Finland, that everybody who comes to Finland, I would welcome tens of thousands of people, of immigrant background to Finland. You're welcome here. Come here, learn the language, go to work, be part of system, be a good taxpayer, be a good citizen. That's all we want, and we want that we are able to welcome, maximum people in Europe, even more than Sweden or some other, northern country, or any other country in Europe. So no, that's totally wrong. NCP is not that party at all, and we are in very much favor of immigrants. You are all are welcome here. Come here, work here, be a good taxpayer, and all those you immigrant people who are already here in Finland, I personally want to thank them that they are here and they are paying a good role in the society, paying their taxes and be an integral part of a society.
So I think what you're mentioning here is that you are welcoming a law-abiding citizen, and
Yes.
you want that those who come here, they follow the rule. I think that's the bottom line. They should do it. In fact, because when they are moving in different country, they should respect the rules and regulation made by the authority. That's the only way to integrate faster in society, I think. And it's very normal when you are moving to one country to other country. It feels in beginning, I think, not welcoming, but when you understand the system, I think then you are going to be more welcomed by the people
Yeah,
as well.
it goes both ways. If you want something from, let's say, if I want something from you, you also need to give something to me. I'm not saying in that manner, but what I mean to say that if I want something, I'm moving to Finland. I want that, for example, Finland is famous for its welfare. If I want that, I also get all the benefits of this welfare society. Then I should also be ready to be part of that society, so that I can also return the society. I should be paying my taxes properly. I should be working. I should not be thinking only about that, okay, I can be at home. Of course, like I'm not taking any particular example here. What I mean to say here is that, of course, when you move to Finland, you need to get proper chances. You need to, there should be language courses enough for you. There should be a good portal for you, how you can find a job. There should be authorities helping you, how you can find a job. And if you want to study further, that should be available to you. But if you have provided all these things, then after that, you should be there in the market, looking for a job and soon enough working. That's what the thing is.
Yeah, definitely, I understand what you are saying here. Directly or indirectly, I get your point that one should also focus on finding job and not sitting at home. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, because at some point, I think that was the agenda of the Kokoomus as well. When they wanted to come in power, they wanted to change the way people are misusing this system and also exploiting it.
Yeah,
So,
and you can see somebody can blame NCP that they're anti-immigrant party, but the rules what are being made or anything new coming, it's not only for immigrants, it's for everybody. Like it's for Finland, it's for the society. If some rule implies to me, it implies to you as well. So it's not that they are making some rules for immigrants or some rules for some other people. It's for everybody, so everybody has to follow the same rules.
I think that's a great point. So let's move on for the election. So can you define for just 5 to 10 year old kid, like what are the election in Finland itself? Because many of the immigrants would be watching this video and they have no idea, and we want to even break it down for them as well.
Yeah.
So can you please explain?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Thank you. Well, let's start from there. That until 2021, there were only municipalities in Finland, and after that, there was straight parliament. But few years back, then these in Finnish we call it hyvinvointialue. They changed it. They took, let's say, that some things away from the city, and they made. Well, in this case, when we talk about Vantaa, they brought Vantaa and Keravat together and made one county out of that. So some services were taken away from the city and they were shifted to county, so that things could work in a better way and people should get the services in better way and in much faster way. So now at this time, at this point, the elections are going to be for municipality and then the elections for counties. So on the same day, this year, 13th of April, there's going to be two different types of elections. It's municipality elections and it's county elections. So one person can be a candidate for municipality elections, or he can be part of only county elections, or he can be a candidate for both elections. As far as it concerns me, I am candidate in both elections. So I would just like to tell your viewers that on election day, when a person goes out there for voting, they will be getting two different ballot papers where they have to fill two different numbers. Like if you decide to vote for me, I will have two different numbers which will be coming actually out tomorrow. We are actually filming this episode before we have got our numbers out. But yes, there will be two different numbers, and if you decide to vote for me, I'll be displaying those numbers on my social media channels, and of course in different media channels of our party and all that you will see there. But yes, the point is that there will be two different numbers, and there are two different elections, and municipality does some different things than county. Municipality takes care of services now for the citizens, and when you talk about county takes care of your, for example, your health services, your social services, let's say. So some things are with the city and some things are with the county. So but I wanted to do everything, like at least some part of it, but I thought that I could do it better when I'm part of both, municipality as well as county. That's why I'm standing in both elections.
So, can you tell our viewers that what are the eligibility for the voting in election? Specifically, we are talking about Vanta election here, and residents of Vanta.
Yes. So eligibility is that if you have been living lawfully in Finland in Vanta for last 2 years with your A permit, residence permit, you call it oleskelulupa in Finnish, you are eligible to vote. I'm sure I have seen this thing that many people, they're not aware of that. But yes, it doesn't have to be a permanent residence permit. Just if you have been living in Finland for more than 2 years with A permit, you are eligible to vote. And one more thing, let's say if you are living till the mid of January in some other city or in some other county, and you recently moved to Vanta or Kerava, you are eligible to vote in municipality elections as well as in county elections. It's very simple thing, but yes, many people, like you also mentioned, that they are not aware of that. Please keep that in your mind, and look at your voting. If you first of all, it makes very clear if you already got a document or form at your home from election commission, it already means that you're eligible to vote. So please check out your post box. It will explain everything for you.
All right, that's amazing to know. How they can how they can know where they have to go for voting, because I myself not aware which place I should go.
Yes, so actually, yes, very good question. We have in Vanta, and in Kerava, from 2nd April to 8th April, there is advance voting, and during that period, during those 7 days, you can go and vote at any voting place in Vanta or Kerava. You are eligible to vote there. Like you can vote there, and nobody will ask you. Just you need to have your henkilökortti, your ID card or your passport with you to vote, so that they can check it out that you are eligible. And the second thing is that on 13th of April, which is the main election day, on that day you can vote in some particular area which will be actually near your home. You can see that area or that voting place at the paper what you got at your home, or you can check it also, of course, online. You can just go online and go to the page vaalik.fi, and you can get all the information from there. Yes. But one more time, those 7 days you can vote at any place in Vanta or Kerava, but on 13th of April there is a particular place where you can vote. You have to keep that thing in your mind.
So I think it would be better for everyone to vote in advance than going later on.
Yes, absolutely.
And that would, and I think as far as Finland is concerned, there would be many. At that day, there are chances of traffic jam and all those possibilities. So better to vote in advance.
Absolutely.
I think that would be the great choice, I think.
Absolutely.
So now let's talk about community representation. What will be the benefit for the communities if you are elected, or if, for example, let's talk about Kokoomus. What change they can do?
For community, again, like I would like to say here that I personally want to see immigrants living in Vanta. They feel that they are part of this society, and how they can become the part of the society, or how they can feel that they're part of the society. There are some steps which need to be taken, and we need to take those steps to make them feel that they are part of the society. And it goes for the same for the local people also. They also need to welcome them and make them feel that they are part of the society. So we will try our best that we can bring some good changes during the last 4 years, and I'll personally try to make it, try to ensure it that those steps are taken. For example, try to bring more language courses for immigrants. Try to build some good portal for them. Try to deliver the message through those immigrants who have been living here for a longer period, that how their successful stories are made here in Finland or in Vanta, how they can help them, making maybe small groups of these people who can then again help newcomers or students, because we are getting now a good number of students also here in Finland. So yeah, everything counts, and we'll try to do our best. That's my actually only one goal, that I can bring some good change in our immigrants' life.
I'm sure the way you enthusiastically you are speaking, definitely you are going to do that. So what would you say to young entrepreneurs who want to come in politics? What's your message for them?
Yes, actually, I have a message for you guys. Back then when I
hope you would not promote Kokoomus, but in general.
No, yes, I'm not going to talk about Kokoomus, but yes, I'm gonna tell every young person who is thinking to be an entrepreneur, or who is already an entrepreneur. Like I myself, when I was thinking about this thing, that if you want to bring some change, you need to be part of that change. You have to be that change to bring that change. That's what I will give the message to all these young people also. Don't run away. If you want to be your voice to be heard, listened, come to the other part of the table, and try to bring that change yourself. We need young people in politics today, and we'll need those young people always in politics, because especially nowadays when technology is changing very fast. Myself, if I talk about, let's say that I don't know many things about technology, that because it's changing so fast, but these young people, they can bring a lot of good changes technology wise, with their brilliant ideas, with their new ideas, and change the society in a better way. So yes, please, I would like them to give a warm welcome, that so that they can join the politics.
That's great to hear. I think that's amazing inspiration for those who want to become a politician in future, just like you, I think.
Thank you very much.
So you have mentioned about in your conversation that you can fill the gap. How do you plan to fill the gap? I think you are an entrepreneur and you have lots of business ideas relating to this. So what's your plan regarding that?
Well, again, that's why I want to get elected. I want to be be sitting here in the city hall and talking about these issues there, so that I can try to bring that change. And the change, like again, now we are talking about that thing, that how we can do this and what we should do. There are many things to do.
What's your message to the voters, specifically voters of Vanta?
So this message is not only for immigrants, and this message is not only for locals. Well, immigrants also or local. But so I mean to say that this message goes to everyone out there. We talk a lot about change, that this thing should happen or that thing should happen. But those things will happen only when you go out and use your right to vote. That is very important. If we want something to change, then again, I'll say one more time, you have to be part of that change. So go out there, use your right to vote your favorite candidate. If it's me, I hope it's me, and you vote for me. But even if it's not me, still you go out and vote for your candidate and make him do those things for you so that you can feel that that thing has happened. Go out and use your right to vote. That's my message to you all.
Thank you